Something that is important to me and something that's existed in all the films is that there's real science and there's real paleontology in these movies.
Saracen, Guamine, Admine, and Thymine. Same four things in everything that ever lived.
So Jack Horner has really lent a scientific authority to these stories from the very beginning.
Michael Crichton had read my books and based his Alan Grant character loosely on me.
And look at the half-moon-shaped bones on the wrist. It's no wonder these guys learn how to fly.
And so when Stephen was looking for someone to help be the technical advisor, he called me.
Jack Horner's been our scientific dinosaur advisor on all 4 movies. He does it for real and is your ultimate paleontologist.
Jurassic Park changed the face of paleontology. I was studying dinosaur behavior, and I still do, but when Jurassic Park came out, I was able to get a grant, along with one of my graduate students, to attempt to extract DNA from a dinosaur. People would have laughed at us before Jurassic Park came out. And our research from there went on. She discovered soft tissues and genes and incredible things in dinosaurs. And we owe it to Jurassic Park.
20 years ago, de-extinction was right up there with magic. These days, kids look at a stegosaurus like an elephant at the city zoo. Consumers want them bigger, louder, more teeth.
For this movie, John Rosengrant asked me to help them come up with a new dinosaur, a scary one that we could genetically engineer. And I was very interested in the notion of a chameleon-like dinosaur, one that could blend into the background and use the features of a cuttlefish. And so it seemed like the opportune time to bring in the chameleon dinosaur.
The Indominus Rex, our first genetically modified hybrid.
It's white, it's got some big hand claws, Tyrannosaur-like teeth, a Tyrannosaur-like head, but it's covered with osteoderms, these bony scutes, and we've learned over the years that they're basically bulletproof. So it's an incredible dinosaur. We have other animals in the movie, like the marine reptile called a Mosasaurus. It's gigantic, and it's going to make a really scary animal. An Ankylosaurus is a armored dinosaur with a big club tail. Apatosaurus is a long-necked dinosaur, also called Brontosaurus. A Dimorphodon is a flying reptile, like the Pteranodon, which have been expanded in size big enough to pick up a person, much bigger than any Pteranodons we know. T-Rex in this movie is coming back to reclaim its kingdom. And of course, the raptors have been brought back as well.
Okay. And we're moving.
This time, Colin has invited me to do a cameo.
Jack Horner does have a cameo in the movie.
Owen!
We brought him in to be one of the handler trainers that is working with Chris Pratt to tame the behavior of these raptors.
Code 19! We lost 2 guys!
What's a code 19?
Asset out of containment. Cut!
Right?
Having Jack Horner here and being able to refer to him and ask him specific questions of, could the Raptors do this or could a T-Rex do that? And then, of course, Phil, with his just wealth of knowledge of the work that he's done over the past, 35 years in the history of filmmaking, has just been invaluable.
Phil Tippett and I worked together on Jurassic Park 1, and it's great to see him again.
I want to see it in their eyes, like when that little moment.
Colin was primarily interested in me for scenes with the raptors that really required a lot of attention to performance and behavior.
Back up!
Imagine it like a dial between, reality and drama.
Scene for scene and shot for shot, you're adjusting all the time.
So we'll just find out where our red is and try not to go into the red.
He didn't want the creatures to be monsters. He wanted them to be animals.
So my job was to make sure that the dinosaurs looked as accurate as possible, and then his job was to turn them into actors. We've been through all these movies, trying to make a park. And, you know, Jurassic World is finally it. We have finally got to the point where we have a dinosaur park. Of course, you know, it fails as well, but I think everyone is excited that we have finally gotten to this point.